Back with you again for another video with Allison. Today we're going to do our top 10 sexy niche summer fragrances, coming right up. Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. That's right, Allison's back, and we have selected 10 niche fragrances that are really nice to wear in the summertime. So let's go ahead and get started.
Sounds good.
So Allison, what do you consider sexy fragrances for summertime?
Yeah, well, I mean, in the summertime, usually it's really hot and, you know, things get really heated up. I tend to really like fragrances that have a good base to them. I tend to really like oriental notes, but that's not always appropriate in the summer. Yeah. So having something that's fresh up top but dries down to something, you know, that's still warm and intimate, I think is really important. So
you want those legs in the base notes so that they can stick around for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So Allison and I basically went through several fragrances and we put them in order, and we have one honorable mention here. Yep. And so let's go ahead and get started.
Sounds good.
So the first one that is the honorable mention is a new fragrance line called ESTER, and this is Citrus Ester.
Yeah, this is really nice. It's a really fresh.
It's fresh. Yeah. Do you know the story behind this line?
No. Well, a little. I know about GALION, but not ESTER.
Yeah, GALION is a brand that launched as a relaunch of. It's a classic house, and the owner of the company has a new line called ESTER. It's spelled A-E-T-H-E-R, and this is Citrus Ester, and the concept is similar to eccentric molecules. So the fragrances are all synthetic molecules, and what I like about this one and what I find sexy about it is the fact that it's musky and citrusy together. So you're basically got this really beautiful, warm and cozy musky dry down with that citrus in the top.
Yeah, the citrus at the top also seems a little bit more grapefruity to me. You know, it's very bright, it's very almost sharp with a slight bitterness to it, but you can tell that when it dries down a little bit, there's a little bit more warmth to it.
Totally.
Yeah, a little bit of musk.
Smelling this on others smells really nice. Yeah. Would you wear something like this?
I would wear something like this. I like the brightness of the grapefruit almost at the top. Citruses is not something I've really gotten into until lately. I've you know, looked at my kind of collection and what I've been drawn to, and I'm like, I need to diversify a little bit. So it's been something I've been exploring a little bit.
Yeah, but the dry down on this is very sexy. I think that musk It's not a very animalic musk, but it's very, very clean. It's
a very clean musk. Yeah, I actually have a musk that I got at like a perfume souk in the Middle East once, and it's a really beautiful, clean musk, which this reminds me of as well.
Wow. You've been to the Middle East?
I have been, yes.
Where did you go?
I've been to Qatar and...
Qatar?
Yeah, Qatar. And I've been to UAE and...
Oh, wow. You've traveled.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been to Egypt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
You've been to more places in the Middle East than I have.
Really?
Cool. So that's number 11. Let's go to number 10. And it's, speaking of GALION, this is GALION Cologne Nocturne. So this is like taking your traditional eau de cologne and adding like fougere style notes to it. Yep. So it's got very aromatic, lavendery, herbal notes. But what I find about this one sexy is the fact that, once again, the dry down is really, really beautiful. And it smells, you know, very comfy, kind of like you want to hug it or something.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely, you can smell the traditional fougere notes in it. It's very herbal, aromatic, but it's got that citrus at the top. And I can tell that there's a really nice sort of almost like cinnamony, cardamom-y dry down. Yeah. That's really nice.
Those spicy notes are really nice in this one.
Yes, for sure.
I think it is actually cinnamon.
Yeah.
Or maybe cloves.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, that one's really nice. So that's number 10. Number 9 is AQUA Universalis Forte by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Now this is one of the sexiest citrus fragrances I have. And actually I find all these sexy, but this is really sexy because the musk.
Yes.
The musk is clean and sexy. It also has a very soapy quality to it.
It does, yeah, almost like you just got out of the shower.
Shower clean. So sometimes that could be very, very sexy.
Maybe a little like sweat still residue.
Oh yeah, you haven't washed off all your sweat off of your body, kind of. But it's very, very clean.
It is. It's not dirty at all. It's very clean. You know that like, you know, when your partner just gets out of the shower and they smell really nice and clean and fresh, it's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that, huh?
Yeah.
No, this is really lovely for the summertime too. Major potency, so I shouldn't say potency, but it is potency because it lasts a long time on me. I mean, it sticks to you, and it's not like a fragrance that projects loudly, but you can still smell yourself after the whole entire day is gone, and the musk lingers on.
Yeah, which is hard to find in a clean fragrance. So
exactly, yeah.
That one's really nice.
Cool. So at number 8, we're going to the house of SERGE, and this is Kobe. Now this is oud, it's orange blossom and various citrus, floral notes and citruses.
Yeah, right off the bat when I first smelled this, I was like, ooh, I can smell that oud and the orange blossom. 2 notes that I both really like, but you don't often see together.
Together, yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
It smells really sexy. It's,
yeah.
As soon as you put your nose to it.
And this is something you could wear in the spring or the fall too, I feel like.
Oh, totally, because it's got those oud notes in there, the more depth, it has more depth in it. I think it's the oud that kind of gives it the sexiness. We have another orange blossom in here that has a different note in it, which I don't typically find orange blossom to be sexy, but then again, whatever they put in here in addition to the orange blossom is what makes the fragrance sexy.
Yeah, I would wear this like if I was like, you know, going to a business meeting or something and I wanted to feel, I think it's sexy and conveys like a certain sense of confidence.
Oh, wow. I like it when you say that. So yeah, you've never worn this? Do you know this brand?
Yeah, I do know this brand, but I've never worn that.
Yeah,
but I'm liking it.
You liking it? They've just changed their bottles. They've just redone their bottles, so now they're rounder. But I kind of like their older bottles. They're a little more classic. I like this, you know, the shapes. Now it's more softer and rounder. So anyway, SERGE Kobe is number 8. So number 7, what do we have? We're going back to the house of Maison Francis Crick Gin again. And this is AQUA VITAE FORTE. So basically, these two, this is the more citrusy version and this is the more orangey vanillic version. Yeah. But similar vanillic, similar musky dry down and just very sexy, I find it.
Yeah, I really like this. It does have a little vanilla into it. It's a little bit more warm than the Universalis.
Yeah.
And it does, for a few minutes, it kind of almost has like a creamsicle vibe to it, but it doesn't stay like that for forever.
No.
But it is really, really nice and really, really sexy. I think that warmth really adds
something extra to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you just basically take this and add that vanilla and the orange in there and you get that. You're wearing it now.
Yeah, I know. It smells nice.
It's delicious. Cool. So at number 6, we've got Sea of Light by ORLOV Paris. So again, this is in the same ballpark as AQUA Universalis Forte, but this one is again clean musk, but it's also got like these fruity notes.
It does, yeah, and it's got a little bit of the warmth to the dry down. Ooh, it just like sprayed everywhere. But it kind of, I don't know, it almost has this like ocean feel to it. It's not aquatic in any means, by any means.
It's watery.
It is, yeah, it is. And it's like, you know, salty sea air or something like that. Which I really, I would totally wear that to the beach.
I think that's what I find sexy about it. It's the whole seawater thing. But again, I'm not a big fan of aquatics, and everybody knows this. But in here, it smells so good, so sexy. And I just love that about ORLOV Sea of Light. And of course, the name Sea is in there, so...
yeah, if you were going to like a resort or something like that, this is definitely what I would bring along.
That's what you would bring along. Do you know the story behind ORLOV?
I do not, no.
They're all named after diamonds.
Ah, okay.
So the fragrances, you know, have the name of a diamond behind them, and unique concept.
Yeah.
But a great brand. I find 4 of their fragrances to be really lovely.
Yeah, this is really great. I like this a lot.
Yeah. Cool. So number 6 is ORLOV Sea of Light. All right. So we're going to number 5, and we're at the house of FREDERIC MALLE.
Yeah.
And this is outrageous.
Packaging is a little different than usual for FREDERIC MALLE, but this is a really great one.
Do you know why the packaging is different on this?
No, I don't.
So this is an exclusive to Barney's packaging.
Okay.
You can buy the regular version outside of Barney's, or you can get this one from Barney's, and you get this beautiful original packaging.
Yeah.
So this is outrageous. It was relaunched in 2017, originally launched in 2007. They've kind of reformulated it. But I find this to be sexy, but kind of in a sugary, playful, candy-like way. But the ambroxan in here is just really kind of slightly musky, slightly sexy.
Yeah.
And the dry down is oh so good. And as you can see, I've been really enjoying this one. I've used up a lot. And
this is a good anytime, anywhere type scent. It's clean, but it's got a little bit of warmth to it. It's got the citruses at the top. Right away, that was like one of my favorite ones when we were smelling all of these.
You really? Now, do you know what it's inspired this fragrance from?
No.
It's Brazil. It's I think Rio, but it's supposed to be like a caipirinha cocktail.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
And sipping it on the on the
yeah,
water.
for sure. I could definitely see that. There's some like lime.
Yeah.
A little bit of saltiness to it.
Saltiness. Yeah, I think that's from the Ambroxan.
Yeah, or Ambroxan.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was ambergris or Ambroxan, but it's one of those notes. So,
yeah.
So outrageous. Really, really love it. If you haven't tried it, this is the only EDT in the Frederic Malle collection, so it's less expensive. It's $150 for 100 ml. So
I did not know that.
Perfect for summer. Very sexy stuff. All right, so next up we're going to the house of Serge Lutens, and this is Fleurs d'Oranger.
Yes.
And again, we were talking about orange blossom and not finding it to be too sexy. But again, here it's sexified. Is that a word to say?
Yes.
Sexified with cumin. Sexed up with cumin.
Yes.
And this is delicious. You start out with this this orange blossom at the top, and then slowly but surely the little sparkly cumin notes pop up, and I love that.
I love it too. I have a bottle of this one.
You do?
I do, yeah, and it is really, really nice. It's got that warmth. It's not a too dirty of a cumin.
No, it's not.
I think it just really brings out the orange blossom. And it's a, you know, when you actually smell a live orange blossom, it's kind of got this warmth to it. It's got this like realness to it. And I feel like the cumin sort of adds that.
Oh.
You know,
Totally.
otherwise than just leaving it just like straight orange blossom or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, this one's really, really lovely. I absolutely love it. And I also pick up a little bit of, I think, either tuberose or jasmine in it.
Jasmine, yeah.
But it's totally unisex, guys. If you're thinking twice about this to be feminine, I think it's totally unisex fragrance. Really lovely to wear. All right, number 3, we're going to the house of eccentric molecules, and this is Eccentric 2, and I love this one.
Yeah, this one's really nice.
So molecule 2 is only ambroxan, which is basically a synthetic version, a synthetic molecule of ambergris, which is the ambergris whale, let's say they call it whale vomit, but it's not really, it's pooped out actually. Yeah. We're talking about sexy things and poop. It's not a good combo. But anyway, so ambroxan is the synthetic molecule version of it, and what they've done in Eccentric 2 is basically they take that molecule 2 ingredient, the ambroxan, and add complementing ingredients, and they come up with a fragrance for the Eccentric series. And this one, it's got all that, plus got lots of citruses and fruity notes in there too.
Yeah, it almost seems to have a little bit of like, I don't know if there's iris in there, but it almost has like an iris feel to it, yeah.
Powdery, maybe, perhaps? A little
Not
bit?
powdery, but you know how like, you know, faux secret or something along those lines?
Okay, yeah, you're right. As soon as you said it, it kind of picked that up. But the ambroxan is just really pretty here.
It is.
It's also acting very woody.
It is. It's a much more woody scent. It's kind of got a little bit of the citruses in it, but if you like woody scents and you don't want to go all out citrus, this is a good one to do for the summer because it's still very light and very effervescent.
I really like this one to the gym as well.
Yes, that's a good
if you want to feel sexy at the gym.
Who doesn't?
Yes. No, it's really lovely. I'm so glad this series is one of my favorite series now, and I dismissed it for the longest time. I thought, you know what? These are like too weird for me.
Yeah, well, after we did the 04 last time around, you know, at first I couldn't smell it. And then when I was walking away and whenever I would wear the jacket I was wearing in that video, like I could smell it and I was just really into it.
That's awesome. Cool, so number 3 is Eccentric 2 by Eccentric Molecules. We've got 2 more left, 2 more sexy summer fragrances that are from niche brands.
Yeah.
And we're going to the house of
Tower. Yay.
Tower Perfumes, and it's the new Low.
Yes, this is great.
It's just so good.
Yes.
So good.
This is basically lemon blossoms on top of the Towerade base, I guess you would say.
The Towerade,
yeah. Yeah, the Towerade, yeah.
So
it's
good.
So good.
I'm already a big fan of Andy Tower's Tower Perfumes and of course Towerville, but this is just awesome. I think This is like having a summer fragrance with legs.
Yes, it really is.
It's a refreshing fragrance, but it's got the legs of the Tower DNA in there.
It does, yeah. And it's very different than most of the Towers.
Totally.
Even though it has that Tower DNA, it is definitely a departure from most of his other fragrances.
I think so.
But it's really nice, really wearable. And it's really great. You know, when my boyfriend and I moved out here, he gave me a lemon blossom or a lemon tree.
Oh.
And lemon blossoms are just so good. And I think that's what inspired him to make this fragrance as well.
Oh, really? The lemon blossoms. No, I find it to be very sexy because of that lemon blossom combined with, I think there's ambergris in here as well. Speaking of ambergris, it's coming up in a lot of the fragrances. It's in the next one as well.
Yep.
But I think it's the ambergris that kind of gives it the sexiness to me.
Yeah, and there's also, you know, some of those Tower spices in there.
You're right.
You know, a little bit of, I'm guessing clove or something along those lines. It's not too prominent and you really don't smell it until much later when you're wearing the fragrance, but it's really nice. You
know, he used to have a fragrance, Andy Tower had a fragrance called Cologne du Maghreb.
Oh, yeah,
inspired by, I guess, the Maghreb in Morocco. I don't think that's around anymore. I wonder if this was kind of like to revive it, or maybe that was more of an eau de cologne, I think, from what I remember. This is more of an eau de toilette, or is it an eau de parfum? So this is eau de parfum. Okay. I just got this and I've been wearing it too. As you can see, a lot of it has been taken. Not taken, but sprayed. But I can't get enough of it. It's that good.
And that Tower packaging, I just love it. So distinct. So beautiful.
So cool. Yeah. And the fact that he's put low on there this time, like normally it's on the side here. But on the side here you have this and you've got that. So so number 2 is Low by Tower Perfumes. And last but not least, number 1.
Yay.
Another ambergris fragrance.
Yes. But this one's really beautiful.
It's AMBRA CALABRIA from NISHAN, Istanbul, number 1. Such a great scent. Oh man.
Yes.
And the ambergris in here is just delicious. I think it's a very green fragrance.
It's very green and it's very citrusy up at the top, for sure. But it definitely has that amber sort of, you know, dry down in the base, which is really nice. It kind of, you know, really marries some of those warm notes with the citrusy green notes together and makes it really, really beautiful.
So I think it's the lemon in here too, right? There's lemon. I think the name Calabria is referring to the city of Calabria, or
I'm gonna guess,
an area of Italy called Calabria.
Yeah, there is.
And it's coastal, and they get lemons from there, I think.
Yep.
And so it's an amber with ambergris. So the two together work really well.
I've
never had a fresh amber before.
Yeah, no, me neither. This is really fantastic. I feel like out of all the scents, like these two really kind of marry, you know, different notes that you don't normally see together in a really smooth way.
Yeah. Those are really nice. And very, very sexy. And the dry down is just really, really heavenly. Really dreamy dry down. So NISHAN AMBRA CALABRIA is number 1.
Yeah, cool.
So guys, what are your favorite sexy fragrances to wear? Which sexy fragrances are you wearing this summer? What are your favorite niche fragrances that are sexy, and what are your favorite designer fragrances that are sexy? Please list below so we can get a conversation started. Also, let me know what you think of this list. Have you tried these fragrances? Are you curious to try them? Are you willing to try them, or did you like them, or do you hate them? Let us know so we can get a conversation started. Thanks so much for doing this video with me, Allison. Please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye.